Welcome back to the Star X podcast where we're solving for sci-fi. My name's Mike.
My name's Jenae.
And right now, X equals
Gate.
That's right. This is a sci-fi rewatch podcast where right now we're working our way through Stargate SG-1. And this episode is episode 14 called Singularity. It aired on October 31st, 1997.
Ooh, Halloween.
I know, Halloween, but not a Halloween-themed episode.
No. It should have been.
Yeah, I know. They didn't really
Because I'm sure they would have known that it was going to air on Halloween.
They probably did, but I don't know. Maybe they didn't really ever do themed episodes. Yeah. It wasn't like a Stargate SG-1 Christmas special or, they never did anything
That could have been fun.
Yeah. Well, so this one, again, October 31st, it aired, and it was directed by Mario Azzopardi and written by Robert C. Cooper. And, of course, character credits, Dean and Roland. Yeah, so let's get into the guest cast here. It looks like, so the main guest cast, Katie Stewart, she played Cassandra. And, of course, Terrell Rothery is Janet Fraser, though I always think of her as a reg, And Kevin McNulty, he played Dr. Warner.
Which he's been in before.
He has been in before and will begin again. We'll see him a few times.
Yeah,
at least.
He's a familiar face.
Yeah, he's a pretty regular guest.
Yeah.
For this, yeah. And then we got Boomer the dog, which I think this is his one appearance in SG-1.
Cute dog.
Yeah, he says he's uncredited, but he is Boomer the dog on IMDb. So, yeah. All right. Well, should we get into the summary?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let me get to it. Okay. So SG-1 travels to the planet Hanka? I can't remember now what they called it.
I was just going to say Hanka.
Maybe
Hanka. I don't know. I don't either.
To observe a rare eclipse caused by a nearby black hole, expecting nothing more than a scientific survey mission. Instead, they arrive to find a nightmare. The entire population of the planet has been wiped out by a mysterious plague, and the members of SG-7 who had been stationed there are among the dead. As the team searches for answers, they discover a lone survivor, a frightened young girl named Cassandra.
Yeah, so as they're going through the gate, before they even get to the planet, they just, they kind of make a joke about how Jack knows the term accretion disk because they're talking about a black hole.
Yeah.
And they get into this whole like...
Carter's all talking all scientifically and to Jackson and...
Like, you're surprised that he wouldn't know? He has a telescope on his roof. Like they're all like shoehorning in a bunch of like, well, he's really not as dumb as, that's what it felt like.
He seems.
Yeah. Like we've kind of made him pretty dumb, but he's really not dumb.
Yeah.
He's pretty smart.
Yeah.
That's sort of what it felt like they were. Did it
he's
feel like that
street smart.
Oh, did it feel like they were doing like, well, I got my hobby of
Well,
astronomy.
I just like how they kind of turned to him like shocked. Like,
yeah. Well, at least Daniel did.
Yeah.
So Sam acted like, well,
she expected that.
She expected it. Yeah. And Tilk seemed a little surprised.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, it seems like I remember that.
I've never heard him say these big words.
Yeah. And then they get to the planet and they notice everybody's dead. Poor SG-7, right?
Yeah.
Those guys.
Yeah. When they come up to the first dead body, I mean, I'd be like, all right, let's wrap this up. Let's turn that gate back on.
Yeah. Let's dial home.
Yeah.
We're out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so he touches the body and then he immediately says something about some kind of quarantine protocol thing. And he pulls out this like, I don't know if this is like a real thing or like he opened some packet and smushed some crap on his hands.
Yeah, it was weird. It looked like food or something, but he was, like some sort of disinfectant
like
or something, but it looked weird. It looked like jerky or something he was pulling out. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, well.
Yeah, I've never seen something like that before.
It's like you're just washing your hands in your lunch.
Yeah.
Your MRE or whatever.
Yeah. And he's the only one that did it, but probably because he touched the body.
Yeah. But then they all put on their hat.
Yeah.
What do you call it? Like, I get maybe
But I think maybe you're supposed to think it's supposed to be sealed around the face where the mask is, because that's,
Yeah. And I'm sure
sealed
that,
around the mouth, the eyes, the nose,
right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sure. But it feels to me more like they would be wearing, like when you get into that kind of situation where it's like a quarantine, they'd be like,
Well, and that's how they come back. That's why I'm like,
they need to
let's
go.
wrap
They
this
should
up.
have gone back
Let's
and
go
got
back
those
right
suits.
now.
Yeah.
Let's not search anymore.
Yeah.
Let's get some suits on.
Yeah.
Get
And
that
then-
spray shower, and then we can go back.
Right. So, yeah, and so they find the girl, and then they take her back to the SGC, right?
Yeah.
Well, did you notice, like, as they're coming back, they have all this quarantine stuff set up. They got like the spray. They come through the gate, and it's like spraying. Why wouldn't they just always have that up?
Yeah.
That seems like that would be the
Especially when they're going to all these different planets.
Yeah.
And this isn't like this isn't, what's the term? The rodeo?
their first rodeo.
Their first rodeo. Thanks.
Yeah.
My mind went blank.
Well, I mean, it just seems to me that you would always be wanting to
Yeah,
be
because they
just-
brought stuff back already before.
I
Now
mean-
they're like, this whole planet is dead. So
yeah, with some kind of major
Yeah.
germ or some kind of sickness that
Yeah,
killed
you think they
everybody.
would always have that.
including SG7.
Yeah.
So you think that they'd always. So just I thought, well, it's kind of weird they wouldn't always have something like that.
That's
set
true.
up.
Yeah.
Because you never see anything. I mean, at least not to my knowledge. Most of the time, they never have anything like that up.
Yeah. Because it's a pretty big room. They could have it even off to the side,
Yeah.
you know, just like this quarantine station.
And I do think they do make reference to like, well, okay, you got to go off to quarantine or something. But at the same time, a lot of times when they do say stuff like that, they're talking to like Hammond and other soldiers are like in the gate room. So they're like, if there is something that has to be quarantined, they've already infected everybody that's in there. Yeah.
It would have to be like right when you come through.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, spray everybody off and
Yeah.
do a shower or whatever they have to do. They call that a chemical shower. Or,
Well, it's funny, like you have here when Daniel sneezes.
yeah. So I was gonna,
Fraser's already ready. You know, she's like, "Hey, this is what we got to do. We got to get you guys checked out."
yeah.
And he does his normal allergy sneezes, but they're all kind of like, was that allergies?
Yeah. Well, that was that's what I was going to bring this up because I have a specific story about this.
Okay.
About this. So back when COVID first started, and they didn't immediately start quarantining everybody like within the first, like it started getting into the news, and it took a couple weeks for it to become like lockdown.
Right.
You know, it was like the beginning of March 2020. So now to her annoyance, every single time I walk outside, I sneeze.
He's got that, like, I don't know what it's called, but that light sensitivity. So if he looks at a bright light or the sun, he immediately sneezes.
I sneeze
It's
every
very
time.
rare, I think.
Yeah, it's not super, but it's I don't think it's uncommon, but it's like definitely common within families because like my dad has it and my brother, and I for sure know my brother has it.
Oh, really?
Of my
Which
brothers,
one?
Jason.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And I don't know, maybe Brooke and David do too. I don't know. These are my siblings, but yeah, I always do it. And so when all this stuff started happening, we went to the store. Do you remember this? We were going, it was just to like Walmart.
Yeah, I remember.
And we were walking by and there just happened to be, and it had already kind of started getting in the news, like old people it's way bad. COVID's bad, worse for old people than regular, like younger people. So
you don't want to be contagious.
Yeah. So we were walking into a Walmart, the one by our house, and and there just happened to be like an old lady walking in the parking lot, and it just happened to work out that I just massive sneeze. I mean, I covered my mouth. I always do that, like.
But it was that same thing. Everybody kind of looked.
Yeah, everybody looked at me like this. Totally was exactly.
Is this just a sneeze?
Right. It was totally like that.
Yeah.
Like everyone's just like it almost like it was like everything stopped.
And I was like,
even the traffic in the Even the traffic in the street stopped, you know?
Yeah, it was like slow motion. Everything just got quiet. Like
everybody's looking at me.
yeah. As I inch away from him, like
I don't know this person.
I don't know who this is.
And yeah, she totally was like, she's like, you. Oh, did you give him that?
Yeah.
Oh, you totally were like, stop sneezing, you know, like getting on my case. So
everybody's looking at us.
yeah, so that happened. But this reminded me of that because it was kind of like one of those things where everyone's on edge about this deathly illness, you know. And anyway, it was pretty funny.
That's funny.
Yeah. So, all right.
Okay, moving on. Cassandra is brought back to Earth, where Dr. Fraser and her medical team work to determine how she survived a disease that killed everyone around her. While the doctors search for clues, Samantha Carter forms a close bond with the orphaned girl, helping her navigate a world that is completely unfamiliar and giving her the comfort and stability she desperately needs. Their growing relationship becomes the emotional heart of the episode. Yeah. It's a pretty dramatic episode.
Yeah, it's a heavy one.
Mm-hmm. Like heavy, yeah.
Not a lot of comedy really in this one.
And I think they did good with her chemistry and stuff with the little girl.
Yeah, they did.
It was pretty good.
Did. Yeah, the whole thing with that was good. There were a couple little funny things, you know, like I was going to bring up. We did talk about the quarantine setup already.
Yeah.
I had that note in the wrong place, but it was kind of funny, like when they're in the room with the they're kind of like trying to get the girl entertained and
drawing and stuff.
Yeah, and she's showing her how to make a hot dog, like put the ketchup on the hot dog, and I'm thinking hot dogs. That's the best you
like. Why are you giving her a hot dog?
Why are you giving this kid a hot dog?
It looks like she's just eating some raw hot dog.
Yeah, it looked like it was like right out of the not grilled or I mean maybe it was like boiled or something, but like and hot dogs you can eat them right out of the package, but who would want to? The girl was eating one like just gross.
I would want like a PB&J or something.
Well, that's what I wrote in here. Like they couldn't even do PB&J.
Yeah,
like they don't have peanut butter in the entire like SGC.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah, I mean,
because they have a cafeteria that has all kinds of goodies.
Yeah,
we've seen it before.
We have seen the cafeteria
where they've got cake and pie and
yeah, they do
Jello.
They got Jello comes with a lot. They do. They have all kinds of stuff. And so like hot dogs. And I can't imagine that was just like craft service food.
Yeah.
There's no way like craft service people were like feeding them hot dogs that day.
Yeah.
I don't know. That whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe they just thought like that would be a good like, okay, well here, put the ketchup on. But you could have done that with like a PB&J.
Yeah.
And that would have been more like I don't know, something
realistic.
Yeah. Something you give a kid for lunch.
Yeah. Or, they could have had her like just taken a spoon into the peanut butter jar instead of wanting the sandwich, like she didn't want the bun for the hot dog. That would have been better than her being like, ooh, this peanut butter is good. Not this raw hot dog.
Yeah, exactly. Like imagine giving a kid like peanut butter for the first time. Like that's that. I mean,
I know. It's still my favorite thing.
Yeah. I mean, I like peanut butter, but I mean, imagine, this kid's been like, she's from like some farm village on some, backwater planet.
Yeah.
I guarantee you they do not have peanut butter.
Yeah.
there.
I'm sure. Yeah. Eats a lot better than any of us do.
Yeah.
Just veggies and meat.
Oh, right. Well, yeah, she probably is definitely a healthier eater.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, okay, so, so then it cuts back to Teal'c and Jack at the observatory
because they set this up. I don't know how I must have missed the whole setup thing because all of a sudden they're just in this observatory.
Well, SG7
on this planet.
Yeah, SG7. I mean, it must have been something that they had been doing for a while.
Oh, I see.
But I still was kind of like, this thing is like way in depth for just some.
That's what I thought because I was like, planet, are they doing this on Earth? Like I couldn't. I got confused.
And that was all like Earth technology that they'd taken. They must have had to take it through piece by piece. That whole
I'm sure
telescope setup was massive.
Yeah,
like it was like an observatory that you have here.
I must have got distracted on my phone for a minute because then I noticed them, they're looking through it and comes up later, but they noticed like the Goa'uld ship or whatever.
Right.
And I was like, in my mind, I'm thinking it's there at Earth. Like it's in Earth's orbit. That's what I thought.
The ship was in Earth's orbit. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was
and
at
then I was
this
like,
planet.
oh wait, no, that can't be right.
No. So I thought that was kind of interesting. It's like, wow, they really
setup. Yeah.
must have really wanted to look at this black hole eclipse thing.
Yeah. Because they're in like even like kind of like some sort of built enclosure, right?
Yeah. It was
not just a tent.
No. And that in the telescope, he's like looking through. Obviously he must have filmed it at an actual, I'm assuming at an actual observatory somewhere,
Maybe, yeah.
Because he's looking in the eyepiece of a telescope, and it's like this telescope is like it's as big as our house, like the whole thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was pretty in depth.
Yeah, big to do.
Yeah, it was definitely a big to do.
But it's funny in there. Well, you're probably going to say this when O'Neill's trying to explain a black hole to Teal'c.
Yeah, that's actually what I was.
I
had a note about that where it's just kind of it sort of just sucks in everything.
That's what it does. It sucks in.
It sucks in even light, so that's why you can't see it. He says it like it just sucks.
Yeah, and Teal'c's like just looking at him like,
oh, like thanks.
Okay,
like, you cleared it up for me. Not.
He's thinking, where's Carter to explain this to me?
Yeah, I know, right?
Okay. So as Cassandra begins adjusting to life on Earth, strange symptoms start to appear. Medical scans reveal a shocking discovery. A sophisticated alien device is growing near her heart. Further investigation uncovers the truth behind the tragedy on Honka. The Goa'uld Nirti engineered the plague and deliberately spared Cassandra, implanting her with a living bomb designed to be carried through the Stargate to Earth. Once activated, the device would generate enough energy to destroy the Stargate and devastate the surrounding area. So Nirti, she.
Well, it is a she, but Teal'c actually says he in this episode.
They must decide it's gonna. Yeah,
that's actually one of the goofs in
here. Okay, yeah.
He refers to her as
because she does.
Because she's a she.
Shows up a few times.
Nirti's a she. Mm-hmm. Later on.
Yeah. And this is what Nirti does all these experiments or things like that too, right? I know this was like a ruse, but isn't Nirti kind of like a experimentative Goa'uld?
Oh, like kind of scientist?
Yeah.
type,
like is always doing tests on stuff on humans and things.
You're probably right. I don't remember that specifically, but I think you are right. Now that you say it,
seems familiar.
Ringing a bell.
Yeah.
But it really felt to me, and I really tried to watch because the one thing it did feel like is like they were just really picking up a lot of subtext without like, oh well, the whole plan. They've really kind of outlined this plan, but it's like the whole time I felt like they're kind of reading between the lines to understand it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this whole thing was a plot to have her explode the Stargate, and we know it was Nirti who did it, and blah, blah, blah. And everything just kind of felt like they're knowing more than I felt like they should.
Oh, it should have taken more for them to figure out what was going on. Yeah, I see. I agree with that.
Like they kind of were like, all of a sudden it was like, oh, well, they just know now.
Yeah. It wasn't until kind of like all of a sudden he, they kind of turned to him as like, wasn't he kind of
he explained,
figuring it out?
He explained him and Jack were talking, and we'll get to that. I guess maybe we're jumping ahead, but yeah. It felt like Jack was like Teal'c starts to tell the story about Nirti, and there's like a huge explosion, and then somehow they're just assuming the girl's going to blow up on their side. They're not even on Earth, they haven't even been really, as far as I know, they don't seem like they're aware of what's been going on with Cassandra. But they just sort of,
because they've been at this, they're trying to figure out.
Yeah, and they see the Goa'uld ship, but then they come back, and when they come jumping through the gate, it's like the same time when they're trying to send her back.
Yeah, I know.
And they're like, get her away
because
from the
they've already
Stargate.
figured it all out.
Yeah, but
how?
yeah, that's what. Yeah, exactly. That's what
Was
I
it
kind of felt
Tilk
like.
though? Wasn't he kind of like
Well, Tilk kind of like fills in
guessing,
some,
sort
yeah,
of,
he kind
like-
of fills in some stuff, but they don't really.
go into big detail?
Yeah, but
so he just kind of
yeah,
quickly figures it out or guesses Tilk. So
Right.
there's not real any like. All they know on Earth is that she's got some sort of bomb or something. Do they even know if it's a bomb?
well,
They don't.
They do eventually figure it out
On Earth or
on Earth.
when
Sam figures it out.
Oh, okay.
Because they do that experiment where they like stick the two they stick the two
Oh,
pieces
right.
together. And
Oh, right.
and it
That's right.
explodes.
Mhm.
So they do figure it out. But I also thought when they took the girl to when they took Cassandra to see Frasier because she was having like chest pain, like she felt like a stabbing. Why wouldn't they have given her an X-ray then? It was
Well,
just like a checkup.
I think they did because when they do the X-ray, Dr. Frazier goes, "Well, that wasn't there before."
Right, but she didn't do it until after the girl collapsed. Like then they did the X-ray and then they started to see.
I know, but she looked at the X-ray and said that wasn't there before, almost like they had already taken an X-ray.
Like a minute ago. Oh, maybe they did.
That's
maybe they did.
And
Oh.
it was weird because I was like, well, because I
Oh.
thought the same thing. Like, why wouldn't they have just taken an X-ray of her
Oh.
before but because she
Yeah.
said she's looking at the X-ray with the thing by her heart and she goes, that wasn't there before. So I don't know what she meant by that. If like,
Yeah, maybe they did.
I don't know.
Maybe I just kind of.
or maybe she
Okay.
was just assuming, well, we didn't catch that before in
Yeah.
the initial exam kind of a thing.
Right. Well, and then they have that shot where I think you laughed when like the three of them
yeah.
were looking at the X-ray, and
It was Daniel, Frazier, or was it Frazier, Daniel, Sam, and then all of a sudden Hammond comes up.
and they're like framed perfectly in line in that shot.
I just thought it was funny, like how Hammond comes in the shot, like, what is it?
And they're almost
dun, dun.
they're almost like the exact same height, so they totally stuck Frazier up on a box.
I know.
And then you know what I mean.
It was like I wonder how long that took because it just seemed so perfect.
Yeah, it seemed perfect. It was a nicely framed shot.
It was. It just like totally caught me off guard because then Hammond comes in. It just made me laugh because he's just like, "What is it?"
So I guess props to As a Party for doing a good shot there. But we talked about the setup, the telescope setup.
Yep.
But the other thing was, I was like, when Tilk is like looking at they're like, they see the thing out in space through the telescope and they zoom in on it and they see that it's a ship. I have no idea how he would be able to identify, well, that's Nearty's ship. It didn't like say Nearty on the side. Like, the USS Nearty.
Maybe it's a different color. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it just seemed pretty like. It seemed pretty like. Well, I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
But I think that's actually one of the goofs or trivias too.
Oh, okay.
That comes up in that. But
okay. All right. With no way to safely remove the device, General Hammond faces an impossible decision to protect Earth. Cassandra is moved to a secure underground facility where the explosion can be contained if the worst happens. As the device appears to move closer to activation, the base prepares for the possibility that both Cassandra and anyone near her may not survive. So yeah, here's where it gets pretty dark.
Yeah, dark and emotional.
And because they can't take her through the gate to the planet for her to blow up there. So they've got to figure this out. But it's pretty dramatic when Sam.
Well, and it's just a good thing that Tilk and Jack dialed back in as soon as they did. Otherwise, they would have taken her to the gate.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they would have. She did pass out right then,
and
so maybe they would have. They might have just she might.
I think they would have just taken her through because they were taking her to the. She was still because Dr. Frazier was like, "Oh, she's in a coma," and so they take her to that underground thing.
Yeah.
And I thought Sam's reaction was pretty good when she
Yeah.
wakes up.
Yeah. Well, and then she immediately is like, well, I'm not tired anymore. I'm good.
Well,
Like,
I just thought her reaction, was
Yeah.
just kind of like, shit, you're awake.
well, yeah, because she was expecting
I
her
can't
to
just
blow
lay
up and-
you down and let you blow up without knowing what's going on. Now you're going to be awake when it happens.
Yeah. No,
so
no,
her
I
expression
mean,
was good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was good. Yeah, you're right. I mean, what do you do, right?
Yeah.
Like that's kind of that was kind of an impossible
Yeah. I
situation.
thought it was a good reaction.
Yeah, for sure. We did already kind of bring this up. I kind of couldn't figure out how Tilk knew that she was the bomb. Like how, because he does say, well, there was a massive explosion. I don't know. He was telling some other story about near T and a big explosion, but yeah.
Which made them kind of figure out.
that somehow they put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah. Which is
but-
why they were, they were being attacked, but also why they were trying to get to the gate as fast as possible
Right.
to warn them.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, yeah. So go ahead.
Okay.
Sorry.
Refusing to abandon the terrified girl, Carter chooses to remain with Cassandra in the containment chamber despite the danger. The scenes between the two are some of the episode's most powerful moments, showing just how much Carter has come to care for her, while everyone else searches frantically for a solution. Sam stays focused on making sure Cassandra doesn't have to face her final moments alone.
Well, they weren't really frantically searching for a solution. I think they were.
No, I think they were just waiting for the bomb to go off.
Waiting for it to explode.
And,
yeah.
they were like, Carter, when she's like, I'm staying. I mean, there wasn't really much that they could do.
Right.
She's like,
Yeah,
she's awake. Like, I can't just leave her here.
Right.
And obviously she must have had some inkling because,
Yeah.
gosh, the girl was fine. She
seemed-
wakes up. She's like,
she seemed better.
I'm
And she
okay
even
now.
She even said she was feeling better.
yeah.
So, like, I mean, she did already kind of say,
Yeah.
But,
she didn't know for sure, but I think Carter had like an inkling.
it was kind of a suspicion.
Mhm.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I think that she did. But I mean, I still think she thought that there was a pretty high chance she was going to explode.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know,
I
I think
remember even
she-
watching it the first time. I was like, whoa, this is pretty dramatic.
Yeah, I think she did go back in there expecting to die.
Yeah,
like,
I do
honestly.
too. Yeah. I think she didn't know what was going to
Yeah.
happen. But I think she, her scientist brain and all that was already
Maybe
thinking like,
working
how come she
things
just
out a
woke
little.
up all of a sudden?
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Okay, so in the last moments before the expected detonation, SG-1 makes a crucial breakthrough. The device isn't triggered by a countdown at all. It activates when it is near a Stargate. Once Cassandra is moved far enough away, the threat subsides and the device begins to break down harmlessly. Earth is saved, Cassandra survives, and the team finally gets a chance to breathe again. Yeah.
Yeah. So she does kind of say she knew,
Well, that's why we were saying she had an inkling.
like an inkling. Yeah.
Like when it doesn't go off, I think that's when she knows, okay, like I think getting her away from the Stargate must have helped.
Right.
Yeah. There's something to that.
Yeah. Yeah. And Cassandra, like I was noticing, I think she's only in one other episode, but I felt like she was in at least
one more.
she is in for sure at least one more.
Yeah.
I think that must be all it is, but I for some reason thought we saw her a couple times, but
It could have been, but I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, go ahead.
The episode ends on a hopeful note as Cassandra begins building a new life on Earth. Carter gains what will become an important surrogate daughter figure throughout the series, and Jack, proving that he understands exactly what a kid needs after surviving an interplanetary biological weapon incident, shows up with the dog. Well, of course.
Can you imagine?
Boomer the dog.
Boomer the dog. Yeah, so he's a Shiba Inu. That's a Japanese dog. And I've seen a lot of those in my day.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I understand like the sentiment of giving a kid a dog, but you're basically giving whoever's going to take care of Cassandra
The dog.
like,
Yeah.
a dog.
Yeah.
And
It's
another
a lot of responsibility, folks.
and in a way another kid,
Yeah.
depending on how serious you're
Well,
going to take it.
And I thought, because we know that Frasier's going to take her.
Yeah.
Which I thought was kind of weird. Did they explain why? Because you would think with the whole bond that she had with Carter, why doesn't Carter take her?
Well, I think because Carter's goes off world so much. Frasier's always mostly on
Around,
Earth.
yeah.
Yeah. So I think it was like Frasier would be the one that would sort of just take care of her. And she kind of did say, she's at least going to take care of her temporarily. And she's like, she might actually keep her for good, kind of a thing. Sam says that.
Yeah.
So I think they're sort of setting it up for, this is, yeah. Because I also were like, they can't really tie down Sam with having a kid on the show.
But it just seemed like, because she had this whole bond with her and was
Yeah.
going to die with her.
Well, now she's sort of going to become like the fun aunt.
Yeah.
Because I remember fun. I do remember when she does show up again, she's kind of a snotty teenager.
Yeah.
They kind of, as I recall, and they're having.
Yeah, she's going through the teenage phase.
And her and Frasier are having some issues.
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
So, just kind of going through that stuff. But yeah. Yeah. And the other thing I noted was they did a close up on the dog and you could just see all the dog hair on Jack's shirt.
Yeah, you totally could.
Lots of that dog sheds. So this is a big shedding dog.
Yeah.
That she's giving Frasier to have to vacuum up a lot.
Uh-huh.
And we know about shedding dogs.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. So, all right.
Okay, Singularity is a standout season 1 episode that balances classic Stargate sci-fi with genuine emotional stakes, giving Carter one of her defining character moments while introducing a character whose impact will be felt for years to come.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts on the episode?
Oh, I didn't do the opening thoughts. Well, that's okay. Well, we can save it for now.
I'm asking you now.
I liked it. It's emotional. It was emotional. So I did like the emotional. I did feel like the plot was a little like
rushed, maybe.
Yeah. Or maybe not fully fleshed out.
A little weak. Yeah.
A little not fully fleshed out to where it didn't feel like stuff really was explained.
Yeah.
But it was still good though.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it though. Like, I liked it.
I liked it. Same. I liked it. I always thought it was a good episode.
Yeah.
I do like the emotional drama of it was good. And I thought Sam or Amanda Tapping did well in that part. So
she did. I agree. And it's funny, I like thinking back on, cause I gave, Hathor, the episode we just watched, was a lot more campy. But I think that was a better episode than this in some ways. Only just for
like with the plot and giving more background and things like that. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, mm-hmm. but I did like this one. I did like
this was kind of like a little bit of a filler.
Yeah,
but it was good.
Yeah, it was good. Well, should we do some trivia and goofs?
Yeah.
All right. There's a lot of trivia and goofs on this IMDb page. And I actually did take out a lot of the goofs, but not a lot of them, but I took a few out. But yeah, there are some. For some reason, this one had a lot. Some of the others haven't had a lot.
Okay.
But anyway.
Okay, the first one. This is the first episode to identify naquadah, the mineral. Oh, naquadah, isn't that how they say it?
Yeah.
The mineral of which the Stargate is made by name.
Yeah.
When did they mention that?
Well, they said she had naquadah in her blood.
Oh,
Cassandra did. So
okay.
it was the first time that they actually say it by name.
Say that, yeah. That comes a pretty common term.
I don't know how they decided how they named it naquadah, because they said it's the same. That's the material the Stargate's made out of.
And don't they say it a lot in Atlantis?
Yeah.
It seems like it's a common term or word in Atlantis.
Well, yeah, because they learned how to make reactors out of it and stuff. Mm-hmm. Like they use it to power. Yeah. They have naquadah reactors and stuff like that. So, yeah, it becomes a pretty big thing.
Okay.
for the Stargate universe.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Douglas MacLean Memorial Observatory on planet P3X987 is named after the series art director Doug MacLean. Oh, so they built an observatory on this planet.
Looks like it was a set that they built, right?
Well, I mean, I mean, like in the story, because they did name it the Douglas. They're saying they named. There must have been a sign up. I didn't see it. The Douglas MacLean Memorial Observatory. So they basically built an observatory on this planet, probably to look at this thing. But yeah.
The breed of dog given to Cassandra is, okay, we've been through this, Shiba Inu, a Japanese dog not common in the United States at the time of production. We see those a lot, though.
Yeah, you see them. You see them
like on reels.
Yeah, yeah. People have them, so
yeah.
I can't imagine that it's that.
But I guess
uncommon.
at the time, not very common.
Let's see. This is the first episode when in which someone dials in from off-world while Stargate Command is in the process of dialing out. Yeah. So yeah, this is the first time they're trying to cross. So they dialed in faster than
they did.
They were able to dial out.
I noticed that, and I was like, I remember I was kind of like caught up in the moment. I was like, hurry, beat them to it.
Yeah, well,
they're going to explode.
That'll be an ongoing thing. All right.
Okay, Tilk refers to Nirti as he, but in later episodes, the Goa'uld Nirti is a female, portrayed by Jacqueline Samuda. As Goa'uld are parasitic creatures that take hosts, it is likely Nirti had a male host at one time. Yeah, that could be explained like that.
Yeah,
you know,
I didn't,
because they can go to different hosts.
Right. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Or I think it's probably more likely when they cast Nirti, they forgot
about that. Yeah. I think that's more likely too.
I mean, you know. Okay, so when SG-1 arrives through the Stargate and finds the first body, Colonel O'Neill orders the MOPP for mission-oriented protective posture, just MOPP. 4 refers to the highest level of gear used by the U.S. military personnel, which includes a full protective suit, boots, gloves, and a gas mask to safeguard against chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear threats. The level ensures maximum protection in hazardous environments.
How does he say it? Does he say MOPP or does he say MOP?
I don't remember.
Yeah,
I don't remember. Maybe he did say MOP.
I can't remember. I think he said MOPP actually.
Oh.
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
This is your favorite.
What? Oh.
The next one.
You just putting them in now just to bug me?
No, they're...
The DVD episode order differs somewhat from the broadcast order. This is the 14th episode broadcast, but is episode 15 from volume 4 of the season 1 box set. Blah, blah,
So
blah.
it's off by 1.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. Goofs. Okay, so arriving on planet
Jeez, there's
Henka.
A lot of goofs.
The billboard sign states PX8987. The SGC team refers to it as P3X987. So the sign was wrong.
Oops.
Okay, that's funny. They're always P3X, it seems like.
Yeah. It seems like it. PX8?
Yeah.
As O'Neill and Tilk return to Earth to ensure that Cassandra is not sent through the gate, the decontamination sprays are not visible as the gate engages. Stock footage of the unaltered gate room is used.
Oh, so they didn't have the sprayers in that shot. I didn't notice it. I didn't notice that.
I noticed it when they were doing the back and forth, I think.
You did?
I did. They had the sprayers.
Oh, they were. Because
I was like, what is that square thing?
Oh, yeah. So they were up then.
Yeah.
So yeah, but apparently in one of these shots they weren't there, but then they were not there.
Oh, okay.
Kind of a thing. Okay. Okay. As Carter and Fraser are applying CPR to Cassandra, her shirt is closed and opened between shots.
Like, it's like full on open.
Yeah. Oh, she's like a kid.
I know, but it was just, I thought it was kind of weird. But yeah, I noticed sometimes it was closed, sometimes it was open. You know, it was closed when Fraser was like doing CPR.
Yeah.
When Jack first looks at his watch during countdown to explosion, it says 7:42. The next time he looks at it, presumably 7 seconds later, it's 7:41.
So they got those shots out of order. That's funny.
Going back in time.
Back
Time
in
travel.
Yeah, time travel. Okay, so at around 2 minutes, O'Neill orders the squad to MOPP for everyone. MOP 4, level 4. Or MOP level 4. And they only don masks and hoods. MOP 4 requires all that other stuff that we talked about in the last trivia. And they only put on like a mask. So yeah, it's kind of this, it's kind of what they did in that was it Cold Lazarus with the crystal people? Where they just throw on some hats, and call it good.
Call it good. Like, hey, we're quarantined.
We're quarantined. Okay.
When the object in Cassandra's chest appears via the endoscope camera, Fraser says, well, parts of it are definitely organic. However, the only object seen looks artificial, metallic, or possibly polymer. While many polymers are strictly speaking organic compounds, by organic, she meant biological, which it clearly is not.
So I kept that one in because there was a bunch of others that were like this, that were really like, I think a med student or a medical doctor had gotten in there.
Stargate show.
Had gotten in there and just was really nitpicking it. And so I left a lot of that stuff out, but I kept this one for that because I actually did think that. I'm like, well, that doesn't look biological at all. That looks like a metal thing inside her chest.
I thought, that's what it looked like to me.
Like a, yeah. So, when Teal'c and O'Neill flee to the gate, chased by gliders, one of the gliders is flying through the gate. Based on the footage, in relation to the glider should be much bigger, therefore not able to do so. Did it fly through the gate?
I think it went right over it. I don't remember it going through.
I didn't see anything go through the gate.
Yeah, it was close, but it looked like it went right over.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't,
because I remember watching that. And
I don't
notice one going through the gate.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Wrong. It's never explained how Teal'c is able to determine that the Goa'uld mothership, which has no identifying marks, belongs to Nirti. Yeah, we went through that.
We went through that. Yeah. Okay. Well, indeed count.
It's course 0 still.
Zero. Big goose egg. And also, there's no for crying out louds in this one.
Yeah.
It's been a couple episodes since he's done it. I hope maybe they were overusing it in the beginning and they're tapering it off.
Maybe. Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, he doesn't say it in this episode. And he could have. There are plenty.
Yeah.
Plenty of, there's always a chance. All right. So, not so special effects. You see anything in this that you thought?
I didn't notice anything.
I didn't either. This one had, it wasn't heavy with any special effects, but everything they did was pretty good.
Yeah, seemed fine. Even the ship that they were looking through the telescope seemed fine.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
All the medical stuff they did was, believable enough for a dummy like me.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. So yeah, I think this one was pretty good. All right. So Chevron rating. You go first this time.
I'll give it a 7. I think it's entertaining enough. Dramatic.
I was gonna say
emotional.
I'm gonna say 6.5.
Okay.
But I thought the emotion was good, but I just felt like the plot was a little
a little weak.
Little holy.
Right.
Holy. Like had not well, I should just say not fully fleshed out. It was fine. I mean, it was understandable, but it seems like they were making some logical leaps that weren't explainable enough for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, so 6.5, I think. I'll go with that. All right. Line of the episode.
Who says this one?
Jack.
Oh, Jack. Yeah. This was like in the beginning when they're all shocked that he knows a big word. He says, actually, it's called the accretion disk.
Yep. Actually, it's called the accretion disk, which is the part of a black hole where you see everything it's like right on the edge of the black hole where lights, you can still see light. It kind of looks swirly. I think.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, good episode. I was entertained.
Yeah.
I was entertained. It was good. It was good. good. Not the best, but entertaining for sure. Um, all right. Well, thanks for sticking around with us. Um, like, subscribe, send us an email if you want, starx@groupydane.com. Yeah, but yeah, we love getting any feedback. People have left a few comments on social media. That's been pretty cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. So next episode, Korai. That is the next one coming up. So yeah. So again, if you made it to the end, thanks for sticking with us. And until next week, keep solving for X.
Thanks.